Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Season 4, Episode 26. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. And I apologize about the lateness of this post, but I haven't really been feeling that well these last few days, so I took some time to rest up, and now I'm back. Okay, so before we get into this show, can I just give you my opinion about this particular season? I personally think that this season could have been scrapped. I think that this is the worst Love After Lockup season ever. I have no idea. There's no connection with these couples. The storylines are a little bit over the top. Is it just me? Get down in the comments, you guys, and let me know. What are you thinking about this season so far? This episode starts off with Justin and Michael, and the show picks up right after the wedding because the cameras, of course, are not allowed to go into the prison. And there's the flower toss. The car is all decorated. Just married. They're super excited. They're headed home where there's a reception that they have planned. They have their first dance through video chat over the phone, which was really weird. She's playing his music. I think it was just a little infomercial to his rap career. She's dancing alone, holding this phone, in somewhat of a bit inappropriate pajama short bra set that I thought, these 7 children are here. His mama's here, your mama's here. Why do we need to see all this boobs? It was just a bit for me, but sometimes I can be a little too prudish. I'm just saying. It was nice to see him have the opportunity to have the video call with his children. They seem to miss him very much. He says that he's getting out of jail in 9 weeks, which I'm not really sure if that's true or not. From different blog sites that I've seen, they're saying that it's not true, that he did not get out of jail, but you never know. Also, I was thinking if he was really getting out of jail in 9 weeks, they should have waited to have this wedding. I mean, they've got the 3-tier cake. They have, this party afterwards. They could have saved all of that for 9 weeks when this man got out of jail. The cake with the inmate and the bride on the top, I mean, they really went too far, if you ask me. It was all very cringy. And this video call lasted quite some time. And I was thinking, did he call like 5 or 6 times? I thought their calls were only 20 minutes. Then there was the whole, he surprised her with a car. It looked like it was a Mercedes, I think. And she says that she has no idea where he got the money to get her this car or all the other gifts that he has sent her. She tells us that he's had jewelry delivered to her, steaks shown up on her porch. This whole situation was really cringy to me. And I would absolutely be asking, where are you getting the money to send me these gifts? You know what I mean? You don't know where this money is coming from. I don't know. I just thought that this whole thing was either very scripted or just pathetic or both. You've got the son feeding you the wedding cake, this suspect Mercedes outside in the front, the video dancing, the video calls. Everything was quite cringy, especially if this man was really getting out of jail in 9 weeks. All of this could have waited. I also think he should have just bought her a conversion van. You guys have 7 kids. All of them is not going to fit into this Mercedes. One thing I did think, though, I said, wow, I hope Ty is watching. Take notes. At least she's getting gifts. You just out here paying for men. It's ridiculous. Personally, I don't think that man bought her this car. I think this is all scripted by the Love After Lockup people and that they rented this car and that they paid for that cake. All of this. I think it's all just fake and made up and everybody's going along with it. Her mom said she has no idea where this car came from or how he got the money to pay for this car. But if she finds out that there was any illegal activities to pay for this car, that she is going to be done. That's going to be the end for her. And she's going to make her daughter make a choice. Listen, honey, go ahead and ask her to make a choice, because if the Love After Lockup people didn't pay for this car, it was something illegal going down. I'm just saying. Anyway, on to the next couple, Chelsea and Mikey. So WeTV, I would just like to say that I think it's really disrespectful that every time her scenes come on, you mute the sound. or you have the sound distorted. I think it's disrespectful. Please stop doing that. Um, Also, she's over at her friend Beth's house. She's got Beth out here digging for more information regarding Mikey supposedly going to the hospital. And my thing is this, come on now. You are starting to piss me off, Chelsea. I have been rooting for you, but you are really starting to piss me off. You already have all the information you need. You just don't want to see the forest for the trees. This man is scamming you. He is playing you, okay? Her friend calls the jail, same as her daddy. Her daddy had called the jail. The people told her daddy that he is not in the hospital. He will call her when he's ready, and that some other woman and her child has been calling too. Well, Beth calls and they tell Beth the same thing. He is not in jail. If you want more information, you probably want to reach out to his mother because she would be the next of kin and would be able to have his medical information. So they call Pamela. That's the mama, right? And Pamela tries to say that, oh, yes, he said he was in the hospital. He had a stroke. They won't give me any information. I'm going to hire me an attorney. I said, Pamela is full of shit. Pamela is lying. I don't buy this shit. So the next thing you know, Chelsea says, ask her if I can go with her to see the attorney. So Beth asked Pamela and she says, sure. So now all of a sudden, here is Chelsea talking about she's going to go home and pack up her stuff because she's going to drive to Kentucky to meet up with his mama. Listen, she has never met this man in person. She's never met his mama in person. She has never been down to Kentucky with his family. So she's about to drive herself down to Kentucky to meet these people's parents. Girl, bye. Okay. Okay, Chelsea, I've had it with you. Now, you are the one that I have absolutely enjoyed watching on this show. But here's where I draw the line. You are a grown-ass woman of 39 years old with a child who is 10. You should find yourself something else to do, like be at home with your child or carry your ass to work. Okay? First things first, block him on your email, your phone, and everything else. This man is using you and you know it. Deep down in your heart, you have to know that it's the truth. And his mom is full of shit. I don't believe the mother at all, because soon after that conversation, all of a sudden she gets an email. It's Mikey. He's still at the hospital, but he's about to go back to jail. He's fine. All of a sudden, this dude is at the hospital, has access to his email, can send you an email to let you know that he's doing well and he'll be back in his cell in no time. Bullshit. Okay? Not here for it. Not here for it. This is storyline driven or just dumb. But actually, it's dumb either way. Who is working for these people writing these storylines? Please, please. I have had more believable stories on General Hospital, Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, The Guiding Light, and The Bold and the Beautiful. And remember when Guiding Light cloned Reva? Remember when General Hospital thought they had the Princess Diamond that could affect the weather? I would believe that before this bullshit. I'm just saying. Anyway, during the show, they let us know that she had a boyfriend about 2 years ago who was in jail, had a life of going in and out of jail, gets out of jail, cuts off his ankle monitor, then steals money from the Death Club, which is a club that she was a part of. Then he commits suicide. Okay, Chelsea, you are your own worst enemy. What the hell is wrong with you? You need to listen to your daddy. Okay? Something is not right with you and your choices. And you are definitely not thinking about your little boy when you're making these choices. Her dad said that he thinks, that Pamela, Mikey's mom, is in on this. He says, has she ever been to prison? She doesn't know. Then he says, well, you know what that tattoo means. The tattoo means he's either been in jail for over 10 years or he's killed somebody. And she pretty much says, whatever. It's not a big deal. She doesn't care. She can take care of herself. She's a big girl. No, I don't think you can. Your history track record shows you can't. Listen, Chelsea, listen to your daddy, okay? You could really benefit from going to therapy, getting into some groups, finding friends who really care about you, finding a real person who is going to be there for you. Stop making these impulse decisions. Stop doing this, okay? Your man is not in prison. Stop it. Think about your son. I'm really getting sick of you now, Chelsea. Emily and Dory. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Anyway, I don't like this couple either. So Emily gets this call from Dory or whatever, and he tells her that he wants her to give money to Smoke and that he wants her to meet up with him to give Smoke some of his stimulus money. So when she goes to meet him, the conversation just doesn't start off right at all. She tries to give him a little handshake and he says, "No, thank you. I'm not here for it." And he pretty much tells her exactly how it is. "Listen, honey, this girl always acts like she's such a badass. She's the smartest woman in the room and she knows exactly what she's doing." He read her ass for filth with the truth, with the facts, which he was a little too involved. I'm starting to wonder about him a little tiny bit. What is that relationship? Anyway, when she walks away from the conversation, she gives him a couple $100, which is probably $200 of this man's stimulus money. And then she's crying on her way to the car. I said, "Oh, you not the big badass that you thought you was. You could talk all that shit on the phone, but you couldn't say nothing in this man's face." Okay. She was just stumbling for her words a little bit. I don't like her. I mean, I like him more than her, and I know he's full of shit. She just comes off as somebody who doesn't really care about this guy. We find out that she has never met this man in person. She has never visited him in prison. He's got family and friends, and somehow his dumb ass allowed her to get his power of attorney. Even her friend says, "You said that you were just scamming him. Like, do you care about him at all?" She tried to act like she really does care about him. It's not just all about what's in it for her. The thing is, if she really truly does care about him, I can't tell. And if she thinks that she is going to get over with scamming this man like this, girl, you got another thing coming. These people have really been to prison. They are really into scamming. They are really into crime. You are just a pretend bully. You cried after that conversation with that dude, and that is a no. Emily just comes off to me as an arrogant brat. She's always smiling and smirking and thinking that her shit don't stink. Ma'am, you are going to get caught up in something that you cannot handle. And I would like to know, how much was his stimulus check? Okay, because they seem to be acting as if it's a fortune. And I don't think anybody got a fortune from the federal government. I'm just saying. Except for the PPP fraud people. I'm just saying. Emily, let me give you some advice. Stop being so smug. I don't know why you think that you are above other people. You are not. And you can't go around treating people like shit and think that you are just going to get off scot-free. Don't play with people's money. That's one thing that has caused a lot of hurt and harm in the world, messing with people's money. Melissa and Louie. So Melissa is on her way to meet Louie's mom, and she is basking in the glory of finally being felt up and kissed by Louie, who she has been waiting on since they were in high school 20 years ago. I can tell you that this is disturbing. It really is. And Love After Lockup people, we TV people, you should be ashamed of yourself. Your show really needs to start adding in a psych eval and maybe 5 or 6 actual sit down visits with a psychiatrist who can prescribe medication before you cast these people. And you should offer therapy afterwards as well. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And did anybody notice when she got to his mom's house, on her way in the door, they both said at the exact same time, "Hi, how are ya?" What? I thought that was hilarious. Listen, his mom goes to give her a tour of the house and she shows her Louie's bedroom. And I said, why does Louie live there at 41? But anyway, she says, "Can I take a picture on his bed? Oh, can I lay on his bed?" I said, oh my God. Are you 39 or are you 12? Are you seriously laid up on this man's bed taking a selfie like you are still in junior high? You know good and damn well if Louie's mom wasn't there to put a stop to that mess, she would have did a whole lot more in that man's room. There would have been all kinds of inappropriate selfies on that man's bed. Then she goes on to explain why she was late, and she says that she went by his job. She was just driving by. His mom said, oh, hell no, there's no driving by where he works. He works an hour from here. And she pretty much reads her for filth like a real mom, honey. She tells her, you are not about to jeopardize my son's freedom. You knew better than that. You have no business going to that boy's job when you know he could get in trouble. His mom says, I have been holding him down for 9 years and 8 months since he's been in jail, and you are not about to put my son in jeopardy. And honey, she got the point. She got the point. She don't want to mess with Louie's mom. Now, one thing about his mom that really irritates me, Louie is no prize. Louie's mama. Louie is no prize. Okay, he is 41 years old with a room at your house who's just been in jail for 10 years and is going to be moving back home to live with you. He is nobody's prize. Okay, cut the shit. His mom gets right down to it. She says, "What are your intentions?" I said, "Girl, what the fuck?" Okay, anyway. She says that they have decided that they're going to be together. She's thinking that her and Louie are going to move back to New Jersey because, you know, they're going to go to the high school reunion. And she's going to show all these ladies in Jersey that Louie is with her. And they're all laughing at her ass because they don't want Louie. Louie is a washed up jailbird who lives with his mama. We don't want him. Anyway, the mom informs her that that is a no-go. Louie will be living with her for the next 2 years so she can make sure that he stays on the straight and narrow. She also informs her that when Louie gets out of jail, he intends to be a certified yoga instructor. Melissa had no idea that Louie even knew the word yoga, let alone that he was able to do the downward dog and all the other famous yoga poses. Okay, Louie also has a yoga instructor who stops by the Transitional Release Center to show off her yoga skills and teach all the rest of the inmates how to do the yoga. Honey, listen, Melissa's face was flushed. She was pissed off. She said, "Louie hasn't even seen a woman in 10 years he's been in jail. Where does she live?" Okay, does she not know that prisons absolutely have female employees? They have guards who are women, clerical staff, women, nurses, doctors, women, janitorial staff, women. I mean, you thought that men in prison don't see women at all? Clearly in high school, she wasn't reading. And outside of high school, she still doesn't read. Okay, prisons have women who work there. Just ask Jessica. I'm just saying. His mama tells her that she's not answering questions pretty much. I paraphrase it about Louie and this yoga instructor. She says, if you want to know, ask him the next time you talk to him. Melissa, girl, let me just tell you this. I am so embarrassed for you. You should be embarrassed. You should be deeply, deeply embarrassed. It's the delusion for me. You have got to seek help. Seek help immediately. Okay, I want you to pull out your phone and just search mental health providers near you. Just put that in. Mental health providers near me. Just select the first one that pops up, the one that is closest to your house so that you can run, not walk. Get on over there, girl. Get you some help. High school was over 20 years ago, and so is Louie. Okay, so we then move over to Mark and Sensor A, and I can't give Mark or Sensor A more than 2 minutes of my damn time. Okay, so he is the weirdest creep I have ever seen. WeTV, Love After Lockup people, really? Why the hell is this man on this show? He creeps me the hell out. One of the things is he says that he really likes his inmate girlfriend Sensor A because she has a high testosterone level. What the hell does that mean? Then he asks her, do they have transgender men in her prison? Because he would like to know if she ever thought about getting pregnant while she was in prison so that she could get out of jail early. Mark, let me tell you something, hon. Don't bring transgender people into this. They have nothing to do with you and this disgustingness, your weirdness. Buddy, leave them the fuck alone. And I also would like you to know that pregnant inmates are treated terribly in prison. They do not get out early. Their children go directly to a family member or foster care, you dumbass. Then he lets us know that he is a sperm donor and that there might be 2 babies out there using his sperm. That just made me almost throw up. Boy, are you shitting me? WeTV people, again, where is your mental health providers that should be on staff? Who wrote this? Listen, all of those soap operas who have gone off the air, you know, One Life to Live, All My Children, As the World Turns, Guiding Light, all those soaps that have been canceled, they have writers somewhere just longing for a job and a check. Please reach out. Get you an Instagram post. Get you a Twitter post. Put it at the end of the show. Any of you out of work soap writers, we need help over here. This is a bunch of bullshit. Censor A was the only one in the conversation that had any sense, and this is the same woman who shot up her grandma's house. She had enough sense to know that Mark is full of shit. She told him she is not trying to have a baby. She wants to get out of jail, get her life together, have a baby with her husband, raise the child in love. She don't want to be a single mom. And she also said she doesn't want him trying to slide a vial of sperm to her when he comes to visit because she doesn't want to mess up her visits with her brother. This man is, oh, God, he is disgusting. You know, he said that he is some kind of software engineer or something. Not anymore, Mark, because people are not going to want to work with you after they see who you really are. Mark, you are really giving off serial killer vibes. I mean, ooh. Mark, the best thing that could happen for you is for you to, 1, get off the show. 2, get some therapy. 3, get a nap, some sun, and some vitamins. You need help. Damn it, WeTV, I've had it. This season is really just too damn much. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.